In the last video, I demonstrated how to set up a square workpiece which had an offset circle, how to set it up in the 4-jaw chuck by moving the pairs of jaws and using a scribing point to use as a reference to make sure that the circle was running central. As can be seen, the circle is running central, however the square is offset. I'm going to demonstrate now how to turn a full diameter onto this offset square. This is going to demonstrate the effects of intermittent cutting. When you have a circular bar and you're taking a cut, you're cutting constantly all the way around the workpiece. In this case, intermittent cutting means that you're going to be cutting on the corners first before you actually produce the full diameter. To set the length and diameter datums on a workpiece such as this, the same method is used as you would use if it was a circular piece of bar. First of all, I'm going to touch the tool onto the front face and set the length readout to 0. Bring the tool carefully up towards the face until it just touches and makes a small scratch. At that point, we'll zero the length readout. Move the tool slightly away from the face and wind the cross slide hand reel out until you're certain that the tool will be clear of the workpiece. At that point, I need to move the tool forward. Now, it can be seen that because the workpiece is spinning, the corners can't be seen clearly. They're blurred. So it's a good idea to stop the machine at this point and rotate the chuck by hand. You must be sure that the corners of the workpiece are going to be clear of the tool. For example, if I had the tool positioned like so and started the chuck, the workpiece would hit the tool and there would be quite a bit of damage done. You must make sure that the tool is clear of the corners of the workpiece before you start the chuck. So at that point there, I can see that the corners are well clear, so I can start the chuck again and move the tool forward until I hear it touch the corners. At that point, I'm going to set the diameter readout to 0. I don't know what the diameter setting is at this point. I'll have to take some cuts before I can figure that out. I'm going to cut a diameter of 10mm length. It can be seen that the tool has taken a small amount of material off 2 of the corners and missed the other 2 corners. This is obviously because the workpiece is offset from the centre. If I continue taking cuts of approximately 2mm at a time, this stage it can be seen that the two corners which didn't have any material removed before now have a small amount of material removed. I can now measure directly what the diameter is by measuring across the corners which have been machined. As shown in the previous two photographs, when I measured the dimension across the corners which had been turned, I got a size of 39.46. So I haven't moved the tool since I took that cut, so I'm going to set the diameter readout to 39.46. That means that whatever I position the tool at according to the digital readout, that should be the diameter that I'll achieve when I cut the material. The other measurement that I took was from the centre point of the circle to the closest side face. That measurement was 13.66, which means that at approximately 27 millimeters diameter I should achieve a full circle. I'm going to continue taking cuts approximately 3 millimeters at a time until I get close to the 27 millimeter mark. Okay, I've taken the diameter down to 27 and measured, and it's exactly 27 millimeters. There's a very small flat still visible on the face which is closest to the diameter, and I think probably about 0.1 of a millimeter is going to be enough to remove that. So I'm going to go to 26.9 and take final cut. The flat is still there, however, it's minute. So we can see that we've got an offset diameter, offset by 2 millimeters to the actual center of the square. I'm going to finish off by using a 45-degree chamfer tool to tidy up the flat face. I've set up the 45-degree chamfer tool and set the diameter by touching the point of the tool onto the 27mm diameter with a bit of paper, as shown as in the previous photo. I've lined up point of the chamfer tool with the front face and made that 0 in the length measurement. I'm going to take 2 cuts now to finish off the 45-degree angle.